setting the stage from comic book to silver screen. The year is 480 BC. Greece whispers of invasion. A vast Persian army led by Xerxes stands poised to conquer the Greek city-states. Based on Frank Miller's graphic novel, 300 explodes onto the screen with a unique visual style. Director Zack Snyder transports us to a world of stark contrasts and hyper-real imagery. The film, drenched in shadows and saturated colors, evokes its comic book origins. Beneath the stylized visuals, 300 grapples with themes of courage, cultural clash, and sacrifice. Our journey takes us to the Battle of Thermopylae, where Spartan warriors, led by King Leonidas, made their legendary stand. A clash of civilizations, fact, fiction, and the fog of war. The Persian Wars were a clash between Greek democracies and the Persian Empire. 300 straddles the line between historical inspiration and creative license. Xerxes is portrayed as a towering figure, far from historical accounts. Spartan Queen Gorgo's role is greatly expanded in the film. These embellishments highlight the importance of a critical eye in historical fiction. 300 is a work of art inspired by history, not a history lesson. By examining historical realities alongside the cinematic spectacle, we gain a nuanced understanding of this pivotal moment. The Hot Gates geography of a last stand. Thermopylae, a narrow pass, became the stage for one of history's most iconic last stands. King Leonidas and his Spartans, along with allied Greek soldiers, made their stand against the Persian army. The movie 300 captures the claustrophobic nature of Thermopylae. The narrow pass amplifies the impact of every clash, every war cry. Herodotus described Thermopylae as a choke point, emphasizing its strategic importance. The Greeks used the terrain to their advantage, forming an impenetrable wall of bronze and flesh. The Battle of Thermopylae was a clash of ideologies, with the fate of Greece hanging in the balance. Spartans. Legends forged in discipline and iron. The Spartans, known for their discipline and courage, stand at the heart of 300. Raised from childhood to be soldiers, their society was structured around honor and loyalty. The movie depicts them as physically imposing figures, emphasizing their warrior ethos. Spartan training, while stylized, captures the brutality and intensity of their upbringing. Herodotus describes the Spartans' unwavering discipline and effectiveness in battle. Their training, equipment, and tactics made them formidable warriors. The 300 Spartans embody courage and sacrifice within their unique historical context. Beyond the Spartan shield wall, the allied Greek force. The 300 Spartans were not alone in their stand against the Persian Empire. The movie 300 acknowledges the presence of other Greek city-states. The Thespians, with their 700 warriors, joined the Spartans in their final stand. Herodotus records their unwavering loyalty, choosing to die with the Spartans. The Thebans also provided soldiers, though their role is controversial. The allied Greek forces highlight the pan-Hellenic struggle for survival. The Battle of Thermopylae is a testament to the courage and determination of the Greeks as a whole, from mountain pass to open water. After Thermopylae, the Persian war machine set its sights on the heart of Greece. Xerxes led his massive army south, leaving destruction in his wake. The Greeks, though reeling, found new life on the open sea. 300, Rise of an Empire, captures this shift, moving the action to the Aegean Sea. The film depicts triremes clashing amidst fire and churning water. The Aegean Sea became a battleground where strategy outweighed brute force. Control of the Aegean meant control of vital sea lanes and the fate of Greece. Themistocles, the Athenian strategist. Themistocles, the Athenian general, recognized the importance of naval power. Unlike the Spartans, the Athenians built a powerful navy. Themistocles understood that superior tactics could counter the Persian advantage. Herodotus portrays Themistocles as a master strategist. His cunning and foresight were tested at the Battle of Salamis. 300, Rise of an Empire, captures Themistocles' strategic brilliance. Themistocles used the environment to his advantage, turning the tide of the conflict. Salamis, a clash of titans. The narrow straits of Salamis became the arena for a decisive naval battle. The Persian fleet vastly outnumbered the Greek forces. Themistocles knew the narrow straits would negate the Persian advantage. The Greeks used their smaller, agile triremes to outmaneuver the Persians. The Battle of Salamis is depicted as a chaotic dance of death in 300, Rise of an Empire. Herodotus describes the clash of oars, splintering wood, and dying cries. The Greek victory at Salamis marked a turning point, shattering the Persian navy's invincibility. Herodotus, the father of history and storytelling. Writing decades after the Persian Wars, Herodotus chronicled the epic clash between Greece and Persia. His work, The Histories, weaves together oral histories, personal accounts, and observations. He used vivid language and dramatic pacing to bring the past to life. His descriptions of battles like Thermopylae and Salamis are infused with awe. Though biased towards the Greeks, his histories remain invaluable for understanding the Greek perspective. Herodotus's work sheds light on the social, cultural, and political landscape of ancient Greece. Plutarch lives of the Spartan kings. Plutarch offers an intimate perspective on key figures of the Persian Wars. His work, Parallel Lives, compares prominent Greeks and Romans. He profiles Leonidas, who led at Thermopylae, and Lysander, pivotal in the Peloponnesian War. Plutarch explored character and moral lessons over strict facts. His biographies are filled with anecdotes illustrating virtues and vices. In Leonidas's biography, he emphasizes courage and duty. Leonidas's decision to fight at Thermopylae shows Spartan virtues. Their martial prowess and commitment to duty made Spartans respected. Section 3, Through Greek Eyes, Valor, Sacrifice, and the Seeds of Democracy. The Persian Wars were transformative events that shaped the Greek world. The Greeks emerged with a heightened sense of identity and shared values. Victories at Thermopylae and Salamis became mythic stories woven into Greek culture. The Spartans' courage at Thermopylae symbolized resistance against tyranny. The Athenian victory at Salamis solidified Athens' naval power. From these conflicts, a united and democratic Greece emerged. These stories shaped Greek identity and continue to inspire us today. Unveiling the Achaemenid Empire, Greek voices like Herodotus shaped the narrative of the Persian Wars. These accounts often emphasize Persian foreignness and ambition. To understand this clash, we must explore the Persian perspective. The Persian Empire was a marvel, a tapestry of diverse cultures. Founded by Cyrus the Great, it was known for tolerance and efficient administration. Unlike Greek city-states, the Persian Empire embraced diversity. This fostered stability, trade, and cultural exchange. Viewing Persians solely through Greek accounts misses their complexity. The Persians built one of the largest and most successful empires. Their story deserves recognition for a balanced understanding of the Persian Wars. Section 2, A King, Not a God, Xerxes in a Different Light. Few figures in history have been as consistently vilified in Western culture as Xerxes was, the Persian king who led the invasion of Greece. In Herodotus's account, Xerxes is often portrayed as a petulant, arrogant ruler, prone to fits of rage and driven by a thirst for vengeance against the Greeks who had dared to defy his empire. The movie 300 takes this characterization to an extreme, depicting Xerxes as a towering, almost demonic figure draped in gold and jewels, his face obscured by piercings and tattoos. While Xerxes undoubtedly possessed the ambition and ruthlessness characteristic of many powerful rulers, to reduce him to a caricature of a tyrannical despot is to ignore the complexities of his character and the realities of his reign. Contemporary Persian sources, though limited in number, paint a different picture of Xerxes, one that emphasizes his piety, his administrative skills, and his commitment to upholding the traditions of his predecessors. Inscriptions from Persepolis, the ceremonial capital of the Persian Empire, reveal Xerxes as a devout follower of Ahura Mazda, the supreme god of Zoroastrianism, the dominant religion of the Persian elite. These inscriptions depict Xerxes as a righteous ruler chosen by Ahura Mazda to rule over his vast empire and to uphold justice and order throughout the land. Far from the vengeful tyrant of Greek accounts, Xerxes is presented as a pious and responsible monarch committed to fulfilling his divine mandate. Furthermore, historical evidence suggests that Xerxes was a capable administrator who oversaw numerous building projects, expanded trade routes, and maintained the stability of the vast Persian Empire. His reign, while marked by military setbacks in Greece, was a period of relative peace and prosperity within the empire's heartland. To understand Xerxes solely through the lens of his Greek adversaries is to miss the broader context of his reign and the complexities of his character. Section 3. The Persian Perspective, Lost Voices, Untold Stories. Reconstructing the Persian perspective on the Persian Wars is challenging due to scarce primary sources. Unlike the Greeks, the Persians relied on oral traditions and perishable materials, many lost over time. Alexander the Great's destruction of Persepolis in 330 BC further erased invaluable records. Yet discoveries like the Behistun inscription shed light on the Persian side. The Persian Wars were likely seen as maintaining the empire's integrity and stability. Persian invasions aimed to quell unrest and reassert control over strategic regions. By piecing together evidence and acknowledging biases, we can reconstruct a nuanced understanding of this pivotal chapter in world history. Xerxes, God-king or man of contradictions. In historical fiction, Xerxes has undergone dramatic transformation. The 300 franchise presents Xerxes as a towering demigod draped in gold. This portrayal bears little resemblance to the historical Xerxes. The real Xerxes inherited a vast empire demanding constant attention. He was a skilled administrator, overseeing projects and trade routes. A devout Zoroastrian, he was chosen by Ahura Mazda to uphold justice. Reducing him to a caricature does a disservice to history. The 300 franchise falls into the trap of Orientalism. Xerxes' opulent attire reinforces a Western gaze of the East. Stripping away myth, we find a nuanced figure. Xerxes was a product of his time and culture. He navigated power and ambition, leaving a debated legacy. Artemisia, warrior queen, or fabricated fury. 300, Rise of an Empire introduces Artemisia, a fierce warrior queen commanding the Persian navy. Clad in black leather, she embodies the perceived ruthlessness of the Persian Empire. While based on a historical figure, the cinematic Artemisia is largely a product of Hollywood imagination. The historical Artemisia, a skilled naval commander, is a shadowy figure. Herodotus praises her courage and tactical acumen during the Battle of Salamis. Little is known about her life or motivations. Filmmakers took liberties with Artemisia's character, transforming her into a central antagonist driven by a personal vendetta. This fictionalized portrayal sacrifices historical accuracy for dramatic effect. To Section 3, the fog of war separating cinematic spectacle from historical reality. The 300 franchise, with its stunning visuals, operatic battle sequences, and larger-than-life characters, has captivated audiences worldwide. The films, however, are not documentaries. They are works of historical fantasy, blending fact and fiction, mythology and history to create a visually striking and emotionally engaging narrative. While the films draw inspiration from historical events and figures, they often prioritize cinematic spectacle over historical accuracy, leaving viewers with a distorted and incomplete understanding of the Persian Wars. The battle scenes, while breathtaking in their choreography and visual effects, bear little resemblance to the brutal realities of ancient warfare. The Spartans, clad in leather briefs and wielding swords that defy the laws of physics, become superhuman warriors capable of dispatching hundreds of enemies with ease. The Persians, often depicted as a faceless horde, attack in waves, their numbers seemingly infinite, their tactics seemingly suicidal. While these stylized depictions make for thrilling cinema, they obscure the tactical complexities of ancient warfare, the importance of logistics and terrain, and the role of chance and human error in determining the outcome of battles. Furthermore, the film's emphasis on individual heroism and the clash of civilizations often overshadows the broader historical context of the Persian Wars. The conflicts between the Greeks and the Persians were not simply battles between good and evil, freedom and tyranny. They were complex geopolitical struggles, driven by a multitude of factors, including territorial disputes, economic interests, and the ambitions of powerful individuals. To fully appreciate the 300 franchise, it is essential to approach the films with a critical eye, recognizing their limitations as historical sources while appreciating their merits as works of visual storytelling. By separating the historical wheat from the cinematic chaff, we can engage with these films on a deeper level, using them as springboards for further exploration of the Persian Wars and the enduring legacy of ancient Greece and Persia. The enduring allure of 300, myth, history, and cinematic spectacle. The 300 movies, despite their historical inaccuracies, have captured imaginations worldwide, becoming modern myths of courage, sacrifice, and the clash of civilizations. The films transport viewers to a world of ancient grandeur and epic battles where heroes are larger than life. The stylized violence and visual spectacle create an immersive experience that transcends language and culture. 300 is a work of historical fantasy, borrowing from historical events while taking liberties with chronology and characterization. The Spartans are romanticized as superhuman warriors, their self-sacrifice at Thermopylae elevated to mythic proportions. Despite their flaws, the 300 movies have sparked renewed interest in ancient history and the Persian Wars. The films remind us that history is a tapestry of human stories that continue to captivate and inspire us. Lessons from Thermopylae and the clash of civilizations. The Battle of Thermopylae, immortalized in the 300 movies, stands as a timeless testament to human courage in the face of overwhelming odds. The Spartans' unwavering commitment to their duty continues to resonate across the centuries. Thermopylae offers more than just a stirring tale of military valor. It serves as a poignant reminder of the complexities of history. The Persian Wars marked a clash of civilizations, a collision between the nascent democracies of the Greek city-states and the vast, centralized power of the Persian Empire. The Greeks forged a collective identity, their shared values finding expression in their art, literature, and political institutions. The Persians possessed a rich and complex civilization, achieving remarkable feats of administration and cultural synthesis. The lessons of Thermopylae extend far beyond the battlefield. They remind us that history is not a simplistic narrative of good versus evil. It is a multifaceted tapestry woven from the perspectives, motivations, and actions of countless individuals and societies. To truly understand these conflicts, we must strive to see beyond the biases of our own time and culture. The lessons of Thermopylae and the Persian Wars serve as both a cautionary tale and a source of inspiration. They remind us that freedom is a precious and fragile gift. Even the most formidable challenges can be overcome through unity and courage. The echoes of those ancient battles still resonate today, urging us to remember the sacrifices of those who came before us.